Like it or not, this is a make or break week for Democrats on Capitol Hill. What's going on? It's your man Diamond K in here. The all-new radioonfire.com, On Fire Television. Thank you for joining me. Of course, here on the program, we deliver the biggest political and trending news stories of the day with original reporting from across this country, emanating from our studios in Baltimore and Atlanta. Show us fun, show us upbeat, but I also want to expose what is really going on in this country, and there's a whole lot going on. Radio on Fire Television, of course, is Black voices giving you the American story, and it is a hell of a story. A lot of things on my plate today, but I really want to hyper focus on Democrats blowing this opportunity. On this Thursday, House Democrats are set to vote on a bipartisan infrastructure bill. Okay. Now, this is after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced she was moving the vote back. Why is she moving it back? Because she does not have the votes. She does not have the votes. Okay. Now, at a time when Republicans across this country are attacking voting, Republicans, they're attacking voting rights in states that they control, changing things, making it harder to vote. And what is happening during this time? What is happening when Republicans are doing everything in their power to damage voting because they didn't like the way the last election went? So they're rearranging things, they're setting things up, gerrymandering, all this kind of stuff. Democrats can't get it together. Progressives are promising to defeat this infrastructure bill. They are promising to do that. What are we, children? What am I missing here? Why can't Democrats work together? Republicans are working together. Clearly, you can see they're setting things up for 2022, 2024, but Democrats not working together. So as I said, at a time when Republicans across this country are attacking voting rights, Democrats have a razor-thin majority, but they still don't want to get anything done, right? This is what's wrong with government. This is what people complain about. They don't get nothing done. They don't never do nothing, right? And Democrats right now proving them right by doing nothing. From the moment that Joe Biden was elected, Republicans have waged an unprecedented effort to undermine the confidence in the results of the election. We have another election coming up, 2022. Democrats, the vulnerable ones, what happens this week could very well affect this election. The foundation of American democracy is now at the center of American politics. And what is that? Voting. 18 states have already enacted 30 laws this year that will make it harder for Americans to vote. Did every Republican agree with everything that was on there? Probably not. But they pushed through and got it done. And I wish they hadn't, but I'm using it as an example. So Democrats, this is not going my way. Okay, so, we need to get something done. So they want to get nothing done. If I can't have it my way, this progressives. If I can't have it my way, I'm not voting for nothing. These are the people that we want to have representing us? People that act like this? Progressives in the Democratic Party in Congress are threatening a rebellion if they don't get their way with Joe Biden's infrastructure bill. They have 50 seats, okay? It's not like 58 when Obama was president, which is how we got the Affordable Care Act. They don't have that type of time. So yeah, they have to focus on Joe Manchin and some of the others that may not be doing what they want. Kristen Sinema, Arizona, Joe Manchin of West Virginia. If you had a larger majority, you would have the stuff to play with, but you don't have that. You don't have that. And then he said, well, we want to do Joe Biden's agenda. Okay, sometimes everything's not going to happen right at that moment. Right? And the reason that Joe Biden was elected was because people were tired of Trump, not because they wanted every progressive point done. They look at Joe Biden as being a moderate, a centrist. If they wanted every little progressive thing done, they would have elected Bernie Sanders. No, he lost. Remember that? So progressive leaders have declared that a majority of their 100-member caucus plans to tank Joe Biden's infrastructure bill because they're having what is commonly referred to as a temper tantrum. Don't you think Bernie Sanders is too old to be having a temper tantrum? Progressive leaders, moderates, fighting. You look foolish. You look like you don't know how to govern. And when everything's messed up, they're going to blame you. You have the majority. It's razor thin, but you have it nonetheless. You have it nonetheless. You do not have Democrats. You do not have the numbers to play these kind of games. There is so much riding on this. So much. You're not going to have anybody to blame but yourselves, Democrats. And time is running out before that vote. Liberal Democrats in the House are demanding details about what the Senate's most vocal centrists will support. And then they're not taking anybody's word for it. They want a public statement. They want all this stuff. You should have had more members. Y'all should have won more races to be playing these type of games. There's a lot of pressure on Joe Biden right now. He ain't the most popular person in the country right now. These are some high stakes meetings. He canceled some trip to Chicago because he has to meet with Senators Manchin and Sinema. So they want more clarification. They want some guarantees, the progressives. Who are y'all? Who are y'all? So the caucus chair, Pramila Jayapal, said that most of her members still plan to oppose Thursday's infrastructure vote. I mean, one thing I can say about the Republicans, they got them in check. You Democrats not acting like you want to win. Not acting like you want to win. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So NBC News is reporting this. So this is distrust because they want some guarantees. So distrust between progressives and moderates complicate Democrats' agenda, the congressional agenda. This, as I said, coming from NBC News, as we said last week, there are two huge forces shaping the overall infrastructure reconciliation debate. Number one, both measures are too big to fail for Democrats' success. Two, that Democrats' margin in the House and the Senate are too small for this kind of legislative high wire act. But there's a third force at play, and that is the lack of trust between Democratic progressives and moderates. If we don't have trust, what do we have? If you Democrats can't trust each other, what are we doing here? You're supposed to be on the same side, people. Now, I know that these politicians are well off. I know that these politicians clearly are out of touch. Because maybe you haven't seen the roads. Maybe you haven't seen the bridges around this country. But this bill needs to happen. And if it's an infrastructure bill, you don't have time to decorate it, to recreate it, to redefine it. You don't have the numbers to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. The progressive priorities are important, but there's a time to do everything, and you do not have the numbers right now. So do this, take a quick break, come back, and when I say quick break, I mean a quick break. We're going to come back right after this, talk about this division that's going on. The Diamond K Show here on RadioFire.com on Fire TV. Progressives and moderates are divided over infrastructure. Now, in normal times, this bill wouldn't be so controversial. It wouldn't. Almost no one disputes the need for a major infusion of public investment and modern, American transportation, water, and other, common goods that undergird the economic innovation in this country. Roads are messed up. Bridges are messed up. That's why the bill breezed by the very polarized Senate on a 60-30 vote in August. So why are we having this issue in the House, right? Why? The progressives are trying to make a statement. What is going on? Progressives are threatening to torpedo the bill unless they get a simultaneous vote on reconciliation. They're not going to vote on something that they know we need if they don't get what they want. And what do they want? They want to spend trillions more on social and climate programs. Those things are important, but you do not have the numbers to make those type of demands because you have members of your Democratic Party that are not there. So you don't have enough people. We don't believe you. We need more people. So anyway, they're behaving like children. They're behaving like children. So, I'm saying that this tactic of political hostage taking is more like a murder-suicide pact because it's going to end with no one happy. Nobody's going to be left standing after all this stuff is over with. And then I guess you're going to be happy at that point. We didn't get what we wanted. And we stay, then you got to face your voters after that. Then what are you going to do? You think they're going to be happy? Diamond K show is sponsored by Tasty Moscato. If I could pour sexy in a glass, this would be it. This smooth, seductive Moscato wine blended with vanilla takes your palate to a whole nother level of taste me. Unlike most, Tasty Moscato can be deliciously paired with a variety of meats, cheeses, veggies, as well as desserts. It's the sweet taste of luxury that you've been craving. Find them on Facebook. Search Tasty Moscato on your social media. Also, the Diamond K Show brought to you in part by Flyers on Fire. And if you need a quality flyer, Flyers on Fire can design it for you in 24 hours. Are you promoting something on social media? Flyers on Fire can help you brand your message with a quality flyer. Visit them on Instagram at Flyers on fire. Also, the Baltimore Music Awards coming up. This is the 10th annual. 10 years already gone by. My goodness. These awards were created to give recognition to Baltimore's entertainment community. Each year, the community has the opportunity to nominate and vote for winners in each category. The 2021 categories include album, DJ, documentary, female artist, male artist, producer, inspirational artist, online radio station, online radio show, podcast, radio station, radio show, stand-up comedian, and web series. The winners for the 2021 Baltimore Music Awards will be announced Thursday, November the 4th, 7 p.m. live on radioonfire.com and streaming on Fire Television. It is the 10th annual Baltimore Music Awards. Let your voice be heard at this celebration of Baltimore entertainment. Visit radioonfire.com/Baltimore Music Awards. So I am looking forward to that. And the Diamond K Show also brought to you by jstoverbeauty.com. I want to talk directly to my ladies out there. If you are looking for those must-have beauty products, look no further. jstoverbeauty.com has quality wigs, Indian hair extensions, virgin hair extensions, professional hair care products, edge control, flat iron mist, mink eyelashes, satin wig bags, wax sticks, lace concealer, lace tint. jstoverbeauty.com also does custom wig making, maintenance, and revamp services. You can check them out on social media. jstoverbeauty on Instagram, jstoverbeauty LLC on Facebook. Be a girl with mind, a woman with attitude, and a lady with class. Visit jstoverbeauty.com. So we are back, the Diamond K Show, and there are just 2 days left. Count them, 2 days left. And, what are Democrats doing? Nothing good. Not doing anything good. Biden's sit down with Joe Manchin and Sinema, it is critical. Sinema has been meeting with House lawmakers behind the scenes. Manchin has been quiet for the most part, as far as, his support of this $3.5 trillion price tag that's on this bill. And it's, I'm saying it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for Democrats. As I said, many progressives saying that they refuse to move forward until those 2 senators spell out their position in some formal kind of way. So Pelosi is playing babysitter for these children, because that's what they're acting like, children. I mean, they don't trust what Manchin and Sinema will say. They want something formalized because they think that they're going to ditch this broader spending. Here's what it is. What they can agree on is that they want to just do basic infrastructure. The progressives want to tag on some other priorities, progressive priorities, and say, we'll only vote for it if you add all of this stuff in there. And the moderates are saying, oh, wait, that stuff costs too much money. We don't want to add all that. We just want to focus on traditional infrastructure. And progressives like say, no. If we do infrastructure, men are going to get those jobs, and we need women to get some stuff too. So we need to add on all this other stuff. And this is a self-inflicted wound that will come back to hurt the Democrats later. Democrats are already seen as too, anti-business. That's the kind of vibe. They seem anti-business. Voters give Republicans the edge on the economy, on innovation, on helping entrepreneurs and small business. And I just don't agree with progressive claims that voters will reward Biden and Democrats in 2022 and 2024 for going big on spending. Actually, I think it's going to be quite the opposite. Congress should make significant public investments while being careful about how much spending and debt increases. Not bold new investments now and worry about the debt later. That just doesn't make sense. Democrats, get yourselves together, because congressional leadership and the White House are on track for a humiliating defeat. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, at Radio on Fire. Of course, I am here daily giving you a breakdown on, the most important topics of the day. And I can't think of anything more important than this right now. The Diamond K Show is a Radio on Fire and On Fire television production. You can get the show on demand: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, YouTube.com/DJ Diamond K. Also, the Diamond K Show available in the WRF Radio app. Simply download WRF Radio in your app store. Leave me a comment. You can scroll your timeline, attend a Zoom meeting on mute, all while listening to the Diamond K Show. Hashtag the Diamond K Show. I will be back later on today. A lot of things going on. And of course, we're going to be following this story because it is important. It is definitely important. I wish that Democrats get y'all stuff together.